Perfect, we're live.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got, let me say a stranger, pardon me, I would say a stranger.
Yes.
Just met with you now, and off camera we're talking about you traveling.
Yes.
So I don't even know where to start. Maybe introduce yourself and then we get something going.
Okay, so let's go from there. My name is Bradley and I am 23 years old. I've been working on cruise ships since I was about 19 years old.
Okay.
I started out with MSC Cruises. I did 3 contracts with them. So I started first in dining and then after that I moved to entertainment.
All right.
Which was very fun and all that, but I wanted a bit more exposure. So then I changed companies towards Norwegian Cruise Line. There I work into retail. And in the past 4 years, I've visited about, let's say, 40 different countries all
That's a
over.
lot of countries.
40 different countries all around the world. Yes, from Europe, Africa, Asia, all those different places. And I would say my favorite place to visit is Mexico.
I was about to ask that.
Yes,
For the
yes.
40.
Yeah. That is my favorite place to go, is Mexico in Cozumel.
Is there a specific reason why you're choosing Mexico as your
Mexico, I would say the culture, the people, the food, the vibes, everything is just on point. It's complete opposite to what it in South Africa.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, you said a bulk of things that I'm actually interested in.
Yes.
In asking maybe questions on. You said that you started by doing cruise ship. Is it what influenced you to start traveling and stuff? Is it where your sort of your passion for traveling?
Yeah.
Is it where it was born, or maybe you had it before you even started working for cruise ship?
So I've never thought of traveling the world. I've always wanted to, and it was a big thing of me trying to travel the world. And I thought, how can I achieve it? Because traveling costs a lot of money. So I thought, how can I travel and earn money at the same time?
Wow.
So then I thought, you know what, maybe try out cruise ships, which I can get paid and travel the world for free.
And travel the world for free?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, I suspect that you're clever.
Yes, quite.
Quite clever.
Yes.
Because a lot of people want to travel. Eh?
Yes.
A lot of people are not going to say it out, but a lot of people actually want to travel.
They want to do it, yeah.
Yeah. So what are your highlights when you're traveling? What are your highlights when you're traveling? Like that you feel maybe has changed your life. Your experience just to life, man. I think it's exciting.
It's very exciting, and the most important thing is experiencing other cultures in a direct perspective. So you see, like on TV, all the different cultures, like the Mexican people, all these things, and how the European people is, but that you see just on TV. But if you actually physical experience it yourself, it's different, and it's eye-opening to see how it is, how those people live.
Okay.
So,
is it as intimidating as when you see it on television? Because we see a beautiful picture,
yes.
Is it intimidating when you're there physically?
I would say it's not that intimidating, but it can be hard to adjust to other people's culture. Okay. The way you speak, the way you used to doing things here, it's not maybe approachable there. So for example, some of the people, they find it disrespectful. Some of the European cultures, when you look in their eye, like for the UK people, when you look in their eye, for them it's respect. When you greet them, you must look in their eye, because if you don't, they think you're disrespectful. So I've been in the UK like 4 times now, and it was nice, to learn how those people are and their cultures and all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then do you sometimes find maybe language being a barrier too?
I do, especially when I'm do the Mexican seasons and some of the European seasons, because I cannot speak all those languages. So sometimes it is a bit of a conflict because I cannot speak the language. So I must try and learn some, so I can say like basic few words, but just to try and get around as well to help the guests. Because
so I'm interested in how you were navigating before you learned the languages. Was it very hard? How did you navigate?
It was quite hard because I didn't know a word, so I used my colleagues as a benefit, because some of my colleagues did speak the languages, so I used to learn from them. Okay. Yeah, and when they speak, I ask them how to say this, how to say that.
Yes,
so I learned from them.
Okay. I find it crazy sometimes that when you learn a new language, some naughty people will teach you the wrong stuff.
They do, and they like to teach you the swear words first.
Yeah.
They teach you the swear words first.
Has it ever happened to you?
It has, yes. When I started to, like, when I was interested in learning Spanish, they started to learn me the bad words first before, like, the proper words to say where the things are, left, right, up, down. So yeah, the bad words I know first.
Did it land you in some sort of trouble, or
excuse me?
Did it land you maybe in some sort of trouble?
Yes, of course, the one time. Yeah, but I apologized and I said, you know what, I'm learning, and yeah.
What do you think that culture comes from? Like, cause like I was just throwing a question to you.
Yes.
Question to you. But then you relate to it. What do you think this? I think it's a wrong culture here.
Yeah.
Because it can land someone in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
What do you think it comes from?
So I think the culture comes from ancestry, the way they raise, the way they being brought up. They must follow it like that, and yeah, sometimes the people don't follow it. They're rebellious and they do their own thing. But I think culture comes from within.
All right.
Yes.
And I'm sure there is someone who's interested maybe in joining the cruise ship, industry.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to them? Like, I know there's a lot of people out there
Yes.
who are interested in getting information and stuff.
Yeah, so I would say do it. It's a very good choice, but just prepare yourself for 7 days of work, 7 days of week of work, for like 10 to 14 hours a day.
10 to 14 hours.
10 to 14 hours a day. Like, there is free time, but there's no days off.
There's no days off.
There's no days off.
That's hectic.
Yes.
I think everything is a trade-off, right?
Yes.
Everything is a trade-off.
Yes.
When you're having a great experience, there are some things that you'll just turn a blind eye at.
Yes.
And get the benefits and stuff.
Yeah. So there's lots of ups and downs.
If you were given a chance to go back, would you take on a cruise ship again and traveling the world?
I think honestly I would, because I've learned a lot and I've experienced a lot, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, is travel and see the world. And without that, I can still do it, but then I'll have to spend my own money, and I don't want to do that. Yeah.
That's clever.
Yes,
that's clever.
100%.
Clever
Yeah.
to travel. At the expense of something that is not going to
affect you, yeah.
Affect you and stuff.
Yes.
Like that. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I've got a lot of questions when it comes to traveling, because
Yes.
I'd love to travel myself, travel the world and stuff like that. So do you think that you've done enough already? Do you think you've exhausted the places of traveling, or maybe you would love to see other places? And
honestly,
like 40 countries, that's a lot.
Yes. So every time I go, I try to see different spots. So I go more upstream, or I don't like to always go to the same place. For example, when I'm in Spain, I don't always go to the same coffee shops or the same restaurants.
Yes.
I try different things, and for example, when I have time, I can do excursions, where the excursions give you the opportunity to go more in the port and learn more about the things. So yeah, which is good.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm traveling the world.
Yes.
Like, what's some of your best experiences that you've had, other than the food, and stuff?
Okay.
Maybe something that you can sort of narrate and
Yes. So I would say one of my best experiences when I was in Norway, when you go in Norway, you drive through the fjords, and to see the fjords on your sides, the big mountains, the snow falling down, that's like something else to see.
Man, that comes on movies.
Yes.
You only see that stuff on movies.
Yes, you only see that stuff in movies, and when you see it in person, like, it's different.
And how's the feeling, if you can put it in words?
The feeling, I would say, is a calm, nice feeling. Like, you feel at home, even though it's not your home, and you feel at peace when you see those things. Yeah, because sometimes, for me, I never thought I'll be able to see these things, and the first time you're there, the first time you experience it, it's like a feeling of rush and calmness. Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Yes.
I think it's amazing.
Yes.
I'm just feeling something.
Yes.
Right now. Because I feel like a lot of people have a wrong notion of life. We think that money, just having money and buying food, and staying in one place is...
Yes. For me, your money will come back, but your memories... your memories stay. It won't come back.
And do you capture a lot of memories?
I do. I capture every single moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Like with pictures.
With
video
pictures,
clips
and then I buy little souvenirs from each country. Like I like to buy fridge magnets,
Okay.
and then as well
fridge magnets.
Yes, and then I collect the currency of each country as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have the currencies and the fridge magnets as memories. You like to see, I was there.
So
I experienced that.
How do you then keep them? Because I'm sure your fridge is it's full of stuff.
So
how do you then say this one is obsolete, but I'm keeping this one and stuff like that? Okay,
yeah, so I stick it on my fridge, and then as well I have a magnetic wall where I can start to stick it there, and in my bar I can stick it there as well. So I do have quite a few spaces to stick those things.
All right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And where's your next destination?
So my next destination, I'll be leaving again for Miami in April.
Miami in April?
Yes, back to Miami. So that itinerary will be, for example, Miami would be the home port, and then you visit Bahamas, Mexico, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, San Juan.
Now, for someone who's looking to start traveling,
yes,
and they think it's impossible,
yeah,
are they normal to think so? Because I think some people think it's impossible to travel the world and stuff like that. Did you have the feeling that it was going to be hard before you started?
I did have the feeling. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to go until I discovered that. I discovered the cruise ship companies, and they told me step by step what certification to get, what to do in order to proceed to get on board. And it's quite simple. All you have to do is you have to book a STCW course. It's about a week or 2 weeks long. That 2 weeks you learn how to work on the ships, how to adapt all your subjects you must do, and that seven simple subjects is enough for you to go work on a ship.
Enough for you.
And as well,
the cost is where do you find the cost, just in case maybe someone wants to check it out?
The cost for that, let's say keep your budget at about 30 to 40 grand.
30 to 40 grand.
But South African rands. But keep in mind, you can make that back in 1 month.
You can.
Yes.
Okay, that's a short time.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do? What else are you doing with your life? Because I think the mere fact that you're traveling is super exciting.
Yes.
It's super fulfilling. What else maybe are you doing, or do you intend to do with your life?
So I intend to continue studying. I want to build a brand.
You want to build a brand?
Yes, I want to build a brand and go to business school.
Yes. And
just start, because the cruise ships, it's nice, but you need to have a backup plan as well for in case you're older.
And how do you find collaboration and interacting with other people helping you when you're traveling around? Is it opening more opportunities?
I think it's more opportunities, and the people are willing to help, willing to assist you. Some people, are not willing because you're not from them and you're not their people, but you get the majority of the people who's willing to help, who's willing to get to know you, to know where you want to go. So there's people out there that's good. Not all people are bad.
I envy your life right now.
Yes.
With regards to traveling.
Yes.
I envy your life, and thank you so much for talking to me. And then your cutting shorts. What's your sum of life like? What's your sum of life in just a few words?
My sum of life is just don't be scared. Just go for it, because you only live once, So don't be scared. Pursue your dreams. It might be scary at first, but it's worth it at the end. It's worth it at the end.
There you have it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking your time to. So I just want to ask, do you give me permission to use this on my socials?
I do give you permission.
Thank you so
full permission.
I hope to meet you maybe again.
Yes, for sure, 100%.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.